And come on in. Thank you for
Hey.
being here.
Thank you so much.
Over here?
Okay.
Yes.
We're just going to talk. It's like we're at home, right?
Do we have that much time?
You know, I was real anxious to have you come on because I've heard so much about you over the years, you know, and like you really are like, I mean, I hate to say legend because that kind of makes you feel like
Not old.
I don't want anybody to call me a legend, but anyway,
Well,
you kind of are.
well, thank you.
Because start us back way
I think
back.
that sounds pretty good.
Well, it's an honor. It really is. Thank you for being
Thank
here.
you. I'm glad somebody feels that way.
Now, you started out, didn't you tell me, it was your husband and you that started out as the Downings, wasn't it?
No, that was in later years.
Oh, okay.
Right out of high school. You mean with my singing?
Yes.
I didn't know how far back you wanted to go. Well, I graduated from high school and then joined a group called the Spear Family in Nashville.
You
That's
did
what
tell
brought
me
me
that,
from
yes.
Mississippi to Nashville.
A little girl from Mississippi.
Down the cotton patches of Mississippi.
Wow.
Still have bad-looking fingernails picking cotton.
Oh, I don't look at fingernails. But, you know, all right, so how did the music actually start then? You were with the Spears.
I was, yeah.
But your husband was such a...
Well, I married. I met Paul, and we married. And then out of marrying, we decided to form a group called the Downings.
Okay.
And that's what we did for 23 years until he went to heaven.
Wow. Well, now, but what's some of the highlights? Because I know with your husband, I read your book.
Did you?
It was well, of course I did.
Let me see if you did. Let me ask you some questions.
Oh, please don't. I've got to. But here's her book, Skid Marks on the Road of Life. Skid Marks on the Road of Life.
And read that. I think the byline is the more powerful even.
Every path has a purpose. Every mile has a meaning.
Because I think that's what we're asking today. Why in the world is this happening to me?
Yes.
How could it have happened to me?
Well, and you were right in the midst of your career and your singing career. And let me back up for a second. How did you know that you were always going to be part of a group with your husband? Was he in a group first?
Well, yes, he was. Well, no, he was with a group, and I was singing with another group, and we met. That's how we met, kinda. Actually, it goes way back before that, but that's where and then we got married with no intention of forming a singing group.
Okay, that's what
he was in business.
Oh.
And I left the group, Spear Family, and
so you thought you were just going to be
housewife.
A wife.
I thought that sounded good, and it was. It was a great thing to do. He thought that I should be singing. And he said, "I think you need to be singing." And I said, "Well, yeah, but I mean, I was a new bride, you know. I thought that was kind of nice." He was gone. He traveled all the time. And then finally he said, let's think about a group. And I thought, whoa, that sounds like a lot of work. So to make a long story short, in 1969, before a lot of your audience was born, we formed a group called the Downings.
Wow.
And
well, you know, since the show is called Making It Happen. Did you ever really, I mean, I know it came as a surprise to you in a way because you wanted to be a wife, but how you make it happen. If there's people out there that want to become a singer or want to be a performer or something, give me some really key.
I never say what they want to hear because they want to hear move to Nashville and you'll walk in an office somewhere and somebody will sign you up.
Right.
And I don't know if that's ever happened to anybody. For me, I just sang with local groups and sang wherever I could and one of the Oak Ridge boys heard me we opened the show for them, and they heard me, and they suggested I contact the Spears, and from there, and it started me singing just everywhere I could. Don't wait for the big break. I mean, nobody gets the big break. They have to be heard first.
Right.
And it may be that you may not get the break until you're 50 years old. Who knows? In God's timing, there are no years.
Well, I think that's where we get hung up sometimes.
Oh, yeah, I've got to do it now while I'm young. Oh, my goodness, how many people. I heard a lady the other day, she's 99 years old, and during the recession, she's not had a problem at all in her real estate business because she's started very late in life learning some new things about how to have a successful business no matter what happens. And I think that's the thing. God could be waiting till we're prepared to face whatever in order to make this happen. A lot of us just want it dropped in our lap. And it gets worse with every generation. We want it to just happen.
Right.
It didn't just happen with me. It looks like it did, but it didn't.
Right.
I worked very hard. My mom and daddy worked very hard. So.
Right. Well, you know, I was always told that your talent will take you there.
Nah.
But it is
There's a lot of talent out there.
But it's your character that'll keep you there.
Exactly right. And it's your priorities.
Right.
Of course, that's character. What is first? And if you pursue this thing with like, I'm going to see, I'm not sure making it happen. That yes, making it happen. We have to make sure what we're making. It's God's will we're making happen, because some of us keep kicking at that door, kicking at it, and we keep kicking and it's not opening, and we get really angry and we say somebody else got the break, I didn't. No, probably God's being merciful. So be careful that you're making happen what God has called you to do.
I agree with that. You know, we're going to have you sing here.
Yeah,
and I don't know what songs you're going to sing. A couple of songs.
Well, I'm going to sing one from that one that happened while I was walking one day. I think good things happen when you're out walking. You think a lot and you don't have all the distractions.
Be still and
I was fussing. You ever fussed at God? Like
me?
No. Well, I thought he was awfully late answering this prayer, and finally I was reminded of an email I'd received that said, you don't really pay much of attention to what you hear, see, or feel. You just believe that all is well.
Wow.
So that's the song I'm going to do.
Oh, I can't wait.
But see, that all is well concept thing is not a popular one today. It's like, it's not happened yet, so I need to try a little harder. It may be we just need to wait a while. God may not be done engineering some circumstances. Don't be too quick to run from your circumstances. Right. They may be a part of God's plan, preparing the next best thing for you. And He'll give us what we rail and wail about sometimes. It may not be His perfect will for us. So we just got to believe until I get to where I really would love to be. I've got to believe all is well where I am right here, whether I feel it or not. That's why I love Old Testament stories.
That's a good word, girl.
Oh, good. Well, that's what I believe. That's the way I've been able to keep my head on.
Yeah.
Because things have not always worked out for me. Victoria, I just want you to know, and the people to know, things have not all gone the way I wanted them to. Sure. Right now, if I just took a mind to, I could scream real loud about some things that I think should be different. But I can't look at those things. I have to remember God is doing things I don't know about, but all is still well with my soul. That's right.
That's right. Well, you all stay tuned. And when we come back, we're going to have her on the stage. She's going to sing a couple of songs that you don't want to miss. We'll be right back.
Contractors Just For You can handle all of your repair and remodeling needs. From start to finish, they can get the job done. Call Charlie at 693-4750. Experience the box difference for all of your portrait needs. If a picture really is worth 1,000 words, then make that picture the very best. Call Box Portrait Gallery at 224-7838. For all of your lube, oil, and tire needs, contact Scott Underwood at OK Lube, Oil, and Tire in Skytook. He promises to give you the best deal on Cooper tires. Call 918-396-0395. Zio's is the place to go for Italian food. Whether it's pasta, lasagna, or whatever you're in the mood for, you'll find it at Zio's. Call 250-5999.
Master Designs Kitchen and Bath is a remodel company, a sister branch to Home Renovations, started in 1991 by Chris Young. When we complete a project, our hope is that we fulfill your dreams, and we have built a relationship that lasts as long as your new kitchen or bath. It all starts with your dream of exactly how you want any room in your house to look and feel, from the smallest cabinetry detail to the biggest. If you can imagine it, Master Designs can do it. Call us at 918-272-4775.
Millennium Ice is the #1 ice carving company in northeastern Oklahoma. They're #1 because they provide the finest in pricing, carvings, and delivery. For your next special event, contact Sean at 918-313-9463.
Red Sea was in front, Egyptians were behind. People wondered where God's gonna bail us out this time. But the Lord said to Moses, raise your staff and start to move. Then the waters divided as God's children walked right through. So He may not deliver you out, He'll deliver you through. Every situation another good story. The king gave the order to bring Daniel to him. Then he had him thrown to that lion's den. Well, God could have stepped right in, bring old Daniel out. Instead he chose to stay right there. Shut those lions' mouths. Leave it up to deliver you out. Deliver you. In every situation, God's gonna walk right through with you. When it seems you've reached the end of all that you can do, deliver you out. He'll deliver you through. He may not deliver you out, but he'll deliver you through. In every situation, God's gonna walk right through with you. When it seems you've reached the end of all that you can do, not deliver you out. You hold on. He'll deliver you. I don't think he's ever been early, has he? He's never been late either, has he? He's been on time, hasn't he? So he'll deliver you through. Well, you know, it is really hard when you're going through those hard places to remember that God really knows what he's doing. And it's real hard sometimes to keep our eyes on our faith instead of what we see. Not too long ago, I was walking and realized that I had just forgotten all about where God was playing a part here. And I was worrying and fretting. I mean, I was worrying and fretting. I was just really angry that day. And all of a sudden, it was as if God waited for me to take a breath. And then he said, Anna, I'm the same. It's when things are going well. When things are going tough, I'm still the same God. Some words started to form in my mind of no matter what I see, hear, or feel, God is still the same. And really, all is well. All is well. Did you remember that today? When the dark shadows fall and the night is stealing on, he will hide me in his wings so I can tell that all is well. All is well. All is well. All is well. I must walk by faith, not sight. For all is well. When his glory I can't feel, I will trust God is real. And all is well. All is well. And when my world falls apart and there's no peace for my heart, he will hide me in his wing, then I can tell that all's well. All is well. All is well. All is well. I must walk by faith, not sight, for all is well. When his glory I can feel, I will trust God
Shelter Insurance has covered a lot of miles and a lot of cars and drivers since 1946. We like knowing we have you covered, so you can just sit back and enjoy the ride. Seek Shelter today.
Ask agents Trish Lindsay or Peter Grimm about Shelter's auto insurance discounts.
At Healing Waters Salon and Spa, you'll receive professional beauty care in a relaxing atmosphere. There's spa treatments, tanning, hair and nails, and more. Give Sabrina a call at 794-5820.
Good food, a friendly face, and affordable prices are what you'll find at On a Roll. Their grilled sausage is a favorite. Stop by 44th and Memorial and try it for yourself. You won't be disappointed. Bending Tree Studio is confident that you'll love their line of Naked Bee products, lotions, lip balms, shampoo, and more. Call Connie at 260-6721. If you are looking for a church committed to Jesus Christ and spiritual revival in the hearts of men, then join Pastor Dave Roberson and the congregation at the Family Prayer Center. Call 918-298-7729 in Tulsa. Town Place Suites by Marriott is a brand new hotel located off of Highway 51 and the Broken Arrow Expressway. Their energetic staff and beautiful accommodations are ready to greet you. Call 355-9600.
Welcome back. Of course, we have here with us Ann Downing from Nashville, Tennessee. And you've got this, is it a conference that you've got?
19 years ago, just before my husband Paul died, we had a vision for a women's retreat at a beautiful hotel in Nashville, and he died before the first one. We'd planned it. But I decided to continue the Middle Tennessee Women's Retreat, which now is kind of a misnomer because women come from all over the United States. And it's coming up in April. I would love for everybody to have a brochure. Now the option
So give them your website.
AnnDowning.com. Now that's easy, isn't it? And Ann does not have an E. AnnDowning.com. And my retreat brochure is there. You can write to the email address that's there on the website. And I would love to hear from them. And thank you so much for letting me be a part of making it happen. I think we can just make this happen together.
Thank you.
I think God has begun a good thing.
Yes.
We can
continue
trust what He has begun. That's right.
You're right. Thank you so much for coming, Dan. And I know all the way from Nashville, you know, sometimes it's tiring to...
Well, it is. It's the pit sometimes, but it's called life.
But it's worth it.
And it is worth it. It absolutely is, you know. You gotta. That's what makes the good times so good is when you get there.
You're right.
And I'm glad to be